Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Julia.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited you're joining us today. We have a very special episode for you, one that will show you how you can improve your English in just 10 minutes a day.
That's right, Julia. Many people think they need hours of study every day to get better at English. But the truth is small. Consistent practice works way better than long, irregular study sessions.
Exactly. And today, we're going to break it down into simple steps. Whether you're a beginner or just brushing up, by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to use just 10 minutes each day to make real progress.
And the best part? You don't need fancy books or expensive courses. Just a few smart strategies, some daily practice, and a little motivation.
So, if you've ever thought, I don't have enough time to learn English, this episode is especially for you. Even with a busy schedule, 10 minutes is enough to improve your listening, speaking, vocabulary, and even writing.
Yes? So, grab a notebook, put on your headphones, and get ready to start your 10-minute daily English journey. Let's dive right in. All right, Julia. Before we jump into the practical steps, let's talk about why just 10 minutes a day can actually make a big difference.
Yes, many learners think, if I don't have an hour, it's useless. But that's not true. Our brains actually learn better in short, consistent bursts. 10 minutes every day is much more effective than 2 hours once a week.
Exactly. It's all about building a habit. When you practice every day, your brain starts to remember words and phrases naturally. It's like watering a plant a little every day instead of drowning it once a week.
I love that analogy. And here's something else. Short sessions keep you motivated and focused. In 10 minutes, you won't feel tired or bored, and you're more likely to stick with it.
Absolutely. And here's a fun fact. Even just 10 minutes of active practice, listening, speaking, or reading, can help you notice improvements within a few weeks.
That's so encouraging. I remember when I started learning English, I would spend just 10 minutes listening to a podcast every morning, and within a month, I could understand so much more than before.
See? That's proof that small daily efforts add up. Consistency is key, not the length of your study. 10 minutes a day may not sound like much, but over a month, that's 300 minutes of learning. Almost 5 hours.
And imagine doing that every month, every year. That's real progress without feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. So, the takeaway here is, don't underestimate 10 minutes. If you do it right, daily, you'll be amazed at how fast your English improves. All right, Julia. Now that we understand the power of 10-minute daily practice, let's get into the first step. Listening.
Yes, listening is the foundation of learning any language. You can't speak well if you don't understand what people are saying.
Exactly. And the good news is, you don't need a lot of time. Just 10 minutes of focused listening every day can make a huge difference.
Right. And the best part? You can listen anywhere and anytime, while commuting, walking, or even while doing chores at home.
So, what should listeners focus on during these 10 minutes? First, I'd say pick something simple and interesting. It could be a short podcast, a YouTube video, or even an English song.
Yes. And while listening, don't just let the words pass. Try to notice new words, phrases, or pronunciation. You can pause and repeat sentences to really catch the details.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Listen actively, not passively. That means don't just have it in the background. Focus your attention on understanding the meaning and the sounds.
Another great tip is shadowing. That's when you listen to a sentence and try to repeat it exactly like the speaker, their pronunciation, speed, and intonation. Even a few sentences a day will improve your listening and speaking together.
Yes, and remember, it's okay if you don't understand everything at first. Just keep listening consistently, and your brain will start picking up patterns and meaning naturally.
So, in summary, for step 1, spend your 10 minutes listening actively, notice new words, try shadowing, and be consistent.
Perfect. That's step one done. And the best part is, once your listening improves, speaking becomes much easier, which is exactly our next step. All right, Julia, now that we've focused on listening, it's time for step 2. Speak out loud.
Yes, speaking is where many learners feel nervous, but here's the truth. You need to speak to improve your English, even if it's just by yourself.
Exactly. Many people wait for the perfect moment to speak, but the key is practice every day, even for just 10 minutes.
So, what can listeners do in those 10 minutes? First, read aloud. Pick a short paragraph from a book, article, or even a dialogue and read it out loud.
Yes, and while reading, focus on pronunciation and rhythm. Try to mimic the way native speakers talk. Don't rush. Just speak clearly and confidently.
Another great exercise is shadowing, like we mentioned in listening. Repeat sentences exactly as you hear them in podcasts, videos, or apps. It trains your mouth and brain at the same time.
And don't worry about mistakes. Making mistakes is part of learning. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes.
Absolutely. You can also talk to yourself about your day, plans, or thoughts in English. It might feel a little funny at first, but it's incredibly effective.
Here's a tip. If you're shy, record yourself speaking. Then listen and notice where you can improve. It's like having a private coach available anytime.
Exactly. So, to summarize step 2, read aloud, shadow native speakers, talk to yourself, and record yourself. Just 10 minutes a day will make your speaking more natural and confident.
Perfect. And once you're comfortable speaking, it's easier to use new words and phrases, which is exactly what we'll cover in the next step. All right, Julia, now that we've practiced listening and speaking, it's time for step 3. Learn a few words or phrases every day.
Yes, and the key here is small and manageable. You don't need to memorize dozens of words at once. Just focus on 3 to 5 new words or phrases each day.
Exactly. It's much easier for your brain to remember a few words really well than to forget 20 words because you tried to learn too many at once.
And the best part is you can use these words right away. For example, if today you learn, "I'm fine, thank you, good morning, and see you later," try using them in your conversations or even talking to yourself.
Yes, and don't just memorize them. Practice them in sentences. For instance, don't just remember happy. Say, I feel happy today. That helps you remember and use the word naturally.
Another tip is to connect words to your daily life. If you're cooking, learn words related to food. If you're at work, learn office-related phrases. This makes learning more practical and easier to remember.
And remember, consistency matters more than quantity. 3 words a day may seem small, but in a month, that's around 90 new words. That's a big improvement in just 10 minutes a day.
Exactly. So, step 3 is all about learning a few words or phrases, using them in sentences, and connecting them to real life. It's simple, quick, and highly effective.
Perfect. And once you've learned new words, the next step is to write a little in English every day, which really helps you remember everything we've learned so far. All right, Julia, we've listened, spoken, and learned new words. Now it's time for step 4. Quick writing practice.
Yes, writing is a powerful step because it helps your brain remember new words and phrases. Even just a few sentences a day make a huge difference.
Exactly. And the best part is, you don't need to write a lot. Just 1 to 2 sentences in English every day is enough to start seeing progress.
For example, you can write about your day. Today, I listened to a podcast in English. I learned 3 new words: simple, short, and effective.
Or you can write about your plans. Tomorrow I will practice speaking English for 10 minutes. The key is using the words and phrases you learned in real sentences.
Another tip is to write in a notebook or on your phone, whatever is easiest for you. The important thing is to make it a daily habit.
Yes, and if you combine writing with listening and speaking, your English will improve much faster. It's like connecting all the pieces of the puzzle.
Exactly. And don't worry about mistakes. Making mistakes is part of learning. Just focus on practicing regularly and improving little by little.
So, step 4 is all about writing a little every day, using your new words and keeping it consistent. 10 minutes a day for this step is more than enough.
Yes, and once you're comfortable with writing, it's easier to see your progress and remember everything you've learned, which makes learning even more motivating.
Perfect. That wraps up the 4 main steps: listening, speaking, learning words, and writing. All right, Julia, we've learned all the steps. But one more thing is very important: tracking your progress.
Yes, tracking helps you see how far you've come and keeps you motivated. Even small improvements matter.
Exactly. You can keep a simple checklist of what you practiced each day: listening, speaking, new words, and writing.
Or use a language learning app that tracks your streaks, or even just a notebook where you write a sentence or two every day.
The key is consistency. When you see your progress over days and weeks, it becomes exciting and motivating, and you'll want to keep going.
Yes, celebrate those small wins. They add up to big results over time.
Julia, now that we've covered all the steps and tracking progress, let's talk about staying motivated and consistent, because that's the secret to success.
Absolutely. Even 10 minutes a day is powerful, but the key is doing it every single day without skipping.
One tip is to set a daily reminder or put your English practice at a specific time, like right after breakfast or before bed. It becomes a habit that way.
And make it fun. Listen to music you like, watch a short video, or write about something exciting in English. When learning is enjoyable, it's easier to stay consistent.
Also, don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. Even small improvements are steps forward.
Exactly. And remember, consistency beats perfection. It's better to practice 10 minutes every day than 1 hour once a week.
So, keep your routine simple, keep it fun, and celebrate every small win. That's how you'll improve your English steadily and confidently. All right, Julia, let's quickly wrap up what we've learned today.
Yes, remember, improving your English doesn't have to take hours every day. Just 10 minutes of practice, listening, speaking, learning new words, and writing can make a huge difference.
Consistency is the key. Track your progress, Stay motivated and make it fun. Even small daily efforts add up to big results over time.
So, start your 10-minute English practice today. And we'd love to hear how it goes. Share your progress in the comments below.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, 10 minutes a day is all you need to improve your English step by step. See you next time.